It is very important to make yourself as comfortable as you can. You can either sit down or lie down. The choice is yours. Most people find it easier to relax with their eyes closed. But for a journey like the one you're going to take today, it is equally possible to relax into a deep state of relaxation with your eyes open. Do what comes most naturally to you. Make sure you've removed yourself as far as possible from any distractions, so that for the next half an hour you can really connect with the theme and focus of this inner journey. Expressing feelings of despair and dissatisfaction are useful for one's personal growth, as long as it is part of a constructive process. There is limited value in beating the drum of how bad everything is, and how if it were not for this or that, our lives would be so much better. All we really achieve from this kind of activity is pollution and stagnation, which prevents our growth. This way of being also means we do not see solutions, because we spend far too much time living in the problem, which disempowers us further. The art of appreciation is a deep state of mind, a state of savoring that which we are focused upon. And how we can access this is through the power of thank you. The more we find things to be thankful about, great and particularly small, the more growth and well-being floods into our lives. The poor me consciousness simply creates a culture of pessimism and negativity, a culture that overshadows our positive state of being. Whereas the vast vocabulary and the colourful language of thank you creates positivity and a real appreciation of things that are so easily overlooked. Thank you helps us to savour life and find beauty and truth. It helps us to discover our true nature, abilities and talents. Thank you stokes the fire of creativity and introduces us to a higher level of awareness and consciousness. The thank you process encourages us to act, because the heartfelt appreciation that it produces gives rise to real power. It is a power that inspires, a power that rejoices more and complains less, a power that realizes our lives are influenced most by what thoughts we generate in our minds. You should be quite comfortable and relaxed by now. And so I want to invite you to take a very unusual, and for some, possibly a very challenging journey. But it is one well worth taking, as it will help you to develop the art of appreciation. As you sit or lie here now, I want you to imagine that this is the last day of your life. Today is the very last time you'll be the person you have come to be known as. This is the very last time that you will see the world through these eyes, hear the world through these ears, and be able to touch and interact with those you have grown closest to. Allow yourself now to really feel what it would be like to know there are only 24 hours left. In the silence that follows, allow your mind to drift into this space. Dare to feel what it would be like if this indeed were your last day. When you dare to think that you are at the end of your life, all that is really important comes into view. All that you have taken for granted starts to really dawn on you. Think of all those times when you've been too busy complaining about what you haven't got, when you could have been celebrating what you have. Think of those times when you've hurt the hearts of others, when you could have been a little kinder and more caring. In the silence that follows, let your mind reflect honestly on those times, people, and events. This is not an exercise in self-condemnation. So be honest, but compassionate too. That's how the truth floats to the surface. At this point, the mind is often flooded by so many thoughts and memories. It's difficult to know where to put your attention. But don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed. Just feel what's passing through you. Just give yourself the space to feel those feelings and experiences. The more you anchor yourself to the consciousness that these are your final moments, that the clock is ticking on this your final day, the more the desire grows in you to fully embrace your life and the people in it. The more you realize that all you have is going to be taken from you, lost to the pages of time, and will be no more than fleeting memories, the more you will want to fully express your potential and meet your highest aspirations and ambitions, leaving behind you only a trail of good things that inspire, encourage, and empower others to do the same. It is in this consciousness that the little things that we all take for granted come sharply into focus and start to be properly appreciated by one's heart. In the next little while, I want you to focus your heart and mind on those things, people, situations, and opportunities that you are currently not making the most of, because you're not treating each moment as if it may well be your last. Focus on these things now and see what emerges. The journey of appreciation is not a matter solely for the head. It's a matter for the heart too. If you've really found your way into this experience of treating this moment as if it were your last, you will now be feeling a deep desire, a sense of urgency to no longer take people, things, opportunities, and time for granted. There is now an overwhelming sense of the preciousness and importance of your life, You now realize that even when things are challenging and seem insurmountable, there is often something that you're taking for granted and overlooking. Whatever it is, complaining stops you from seeing the benefit that each experience comes to offer you. Complaining creates confusion, doubt, and fear. It closes down the mind, restricts your vision and understanding. It cuts off your access to that part of you that is divine and wise. Starting from today, in fact, starting from right now, you renounce the culture of complaining and embrace the power of thank you. In the silence that follows, compose a list of those things you need to start truly valuing and making quality time for. Make this list now. By now, you will have at least started to compose a list of things to be grateful for. It is really important to take this list and act on it in your everyday life. There is no point simply appreciating things now and then not demonstrating that gratitude beyond today. The practice of treating each moment as if it were your last can instill a pleasure and inner joy, making every moment the most wonderful gift. Just think, if today were your last day and you only had 24 hours remaining, how would you like to make this day count? Really count. Consider this now. Having taken this journey of quiet reflection, where you have challenged your mind to go probably where it least wants to go, it is now time to take the many benefits of this excursion back into your everyday life. There is no need to suddenly break your relaxed and reflective state of mind. You can stay for a while longer beyond the conclusion of this meditation if you choose. What is important once you step back into your life is to make the pledge to yourself that appreciation is now to be your way of life, and that you will avidly look for the jewel of benefit in every encounter, in every situation, in all your intimate relationships and interactions. In fact, appreciation will be the driving force in every moment, because each moment could be your last. This is not something to be feared, it is something to be understood and positively embraced. When you do return to everyday awareness, make a list of what you're going to do differently and how you're going to make these changes. Enjoy the rest of your day, but more importantly, enjoy the rest of your life. May it be long, peaceful, and thankful.